Hello everyone, welcome back to our weekly session. Hello Saurabh, how are you?
I'm good. I'm good, Akshay. How are you doing?
Yes, I'm good as well, and I'm very excited to welcome everyone today to this session. And we had a beautiful session, an hour long session last time.
Right,
It was about how to achieve 10x growth. So those who haven't seen that, please go and watch that. It's on our YouTube channel and on our LinkedIn, so you can
right.
have a look at that. There's a complete event about that. We
Yeah,
had actually great presence during that event, and as promised at the end of that event, we are here to actually discuss a few things about the current situation in the field of learning, like how are things progressing, how the world is changing, and how the technology is actually taking learning to e-learning. So Sarah, please tell us about that a little bit.
yeah. Hi, hello, everybody. All right. It's one of the best questions that someone can ask today when you talk about the learning industry, and I would say best question for all in the business of knowledge transfer today, right? Because like we used to say, what is the new normal? What is the new normal in COVID scenario and all, right? So uh, currently, I would say the new normal in the learning industry is online learning, right? So from a small search that it started in COVID, people started going online, taking Zoom sessions and using edtech platforms to deliver programs, right? It has now a very wide global adaptation, you know, which has taken place already. And when I say that, how would you feel when I say that 20% of the creators in this world have already occupied, or I would say serving, almost 65% of the market globally when it comes to the learning industry. So when I say that, you know, so I've been reading it in a survey recently, uh, and I think it actually creates a very huge challenge for us on one side, for the whole fraternity, those who are going back to normal. And the normal is like taking physical classes, residential classes, right? So doing experiential activities in a open house session, or in your own campus, right? It poses a threat to the whole fraternity right now when we talk about this, right? So when 65% of people, it means that they're already looking for something online to learn, right? So the question is, how should we actually react to this whole thing, which is going to change the world, right?
Yeah.
When the e-learning market, the edtech industry itself, is going to be around $404 billion by 2025, it means there is a huge exponential shift that is coming up for all of us. So idea is, we need to move towards the future,
Yes.
and we can do it when we are together in this, right? Everybody is not that tech savvy. Everybody is not able to access at tech platforms. Everybody is not comfortable in taking Zoom sessions, right? Everybody, those who have been doing this experiential learning thing in a classroom, there are people who have already migrated to it, adapting the scenario. And there are people who are actually loving it when they're going back and thinking that, okay, I have started getting assignments back. I'm talking about the trainers, coaches, and L&D consultants across the globe right now,
Yeah.
right? However, this may not last longer.
Yeah.
we need to
So
we need to adapt to this, and we need to move forward, start taking initiatives towards how the future of learning looks like, so that you will be in the game. Otherwise, you will be lost, you'll be wiped out completely, right?
yeah. Yeah. So, talking about the about taking an initiative in going online. So, I like to ask you, like, what are the challenges that the first timers in the industry might face, and what are the major issues that they need to be aware about when they're actually stepping onto a online environment. So,
Right.
please tell us a little bit about that.
So let's look at two angles. One is like I'm talking about a fraternity who is a trainer, who is a coach, who is a teacher, who's a tutor, who's a mentor, who is a learning and development consultant, who is in who is in academy, a coaching center, and any institution which is responsible for learning interventions. Those who are providing learning to the world, right? So the part of skill in terms of delivery doesn't change. The subject doesn't change. The curriculum doesn't change. Only thing what is the need of the hour and the demand now is in the new normal of online learning is like the way you are processing the instruction, the mode of delivery needs to change. And when I say change, I'm not saying 100%. You can keep it hybrid. At the end, everybody is human being and they would like to have some human touch. The touch matters. However, when the world has already moved, you can't bring it back. You can't bring it back.
True.
So what happens is, so for first timers, you already know your subject, right? First of all, what you need to do is, you know I know you must already be doing some Zoom sessions. People were doing
Yeah.
Zoom sessions in COVID, and still they're doing Zoom sessions. But when it comes to acquiring more clients, when it comes to scaling your business, when it comes to marketing your courses, right? When it comes to, right from raising invoice to actually settling the payment, sending them the confirmation mails, and sending the sessions schedules, taking the sessions, doing the manual assessments, evaluating the course, all those things you must be doing it, right?
Yeah.
Virtually. But it takes a lot. As a subject matter expert, you should have been concentrating only and only on the skills that you are actually contributing to in people lives, right? But you end up doing a lot of manual things, right, which could be eased by a platform like Tutorial. So Tutorial
Yes.
is like a one-stop solution for all the whole fraternity in the knowledge of business transfer, right? You you just create a course for first timers. Start with the best subject that you know, right,
Yeah.
to deliver. Create a course, 1 hour course. Create a 1 hour course. Create small nuggets of 5 minutes, because the attention span is anyway going down.
Yeah.
Today you can't watch a video on Insta for 1 hour. Not possible. Not even 10 minutes. Not even 5 minutes. Not even 3 minutes. Not even 2 minutes. So you need to actually look at that. You're not creating more than, you know 5 seconds, 10 seconds, 15 seconds, 20 seconds of videos, or the reels that you talk about on Insta. For a
Yeah.
micro size, for a nugget based learning, bite sized learning, you can create a 5 up to 10 minutes or less than 10 minutes of a nugget. Let's say you create a course for 1 hour as such of, you know 5 to 10 minutes of nugget each. Okay, offer that course for free. If you are a first timer, take feedback from people, right? And if you already know a fraternity, send them the course, take feedback directly from them,
Yeah.
improvise on the course again. So creating a course sitting at home is not easy. Like people, a lot of people feel that, you have to have a studio, you have to have a, good setup, uh, what do you call it, acoustic rooms to cancel noise and all those things. You don't need anything, right? you know
Absolutely. And
yeah,
I,
I've
I
seen
guess.
trainers. Yeah, I think I've seen trainers, okay, doing the Zoom sessions, using that Zoom sessions, like editing those videos on Canva and putting it into the course, and very well, they're doing very well, right? I think, Akshay, this
Yeah.
subject very well when it comes to, using platforms, editing a video, taking video. What is your recommendations to people, those who are starting, how to record a course, create a course, and all those things when it comes to online?
So, my first suggestion to anyone who is actually trying to build a course is that you need to keep a structure in your mind. Like, you have to consider things like what is the background of the learner who you are actually trying to teach. So, a course should not be like it has too many quizzes or too many questions or too many things for them to actually learn or like that. it should be a little bit of on an engagement level. So like you should be providing reading materials to the person. It should add to the value of their like of the subject, that it should add to the like their knowledge. It shouldn't be just like sitting in a classroom, because an online environment is very different than a classroom, so you need to take in that into consideration. Secondly, the concept that you just spoke about, like having bite-sized learning videos or something like that. So it's basically like automation or a modular approach towards information, and that is very important when you're creating a course. So yeah, that's how you should have an approach towards it, I guess.
Right, right. You can also talk
Yeah,
about, like while recording a video, what should be the setup at home, at no cost or make it
yeah,
the least cost, right? So we don't need a studio and acoustic ropes and a platform, right? And a camera and the photographer or videographer or something like that. Do we need that, or we
yeah,
can do it in house? Like you just buy everything you find on Amazon, buy a green screen, and you can use a ring light, put your mobile phone, any mobile phone, and you can just record your sessions right there at home. You don't need anything else, and it doesn't cost you
yeah.
much,
Yeah,
right?
absolutely. Like there is a saying in the world of photography, like the best camera that you have, like best
Yeah, yeah.
camera that you need is the one you have right on your hand. So it could be
Wow.
even your laptop webcam that you can use for do that, use to do that. And like
Right.
you can have a virtual background easily integrated, use just any video conferencing platform. It allows you to do that. So that takes care of the screen and all of that issue. A little bit of here and there is fine, so people don't really concentrate that much on the background. They want to know things from you. So and
and
editing
i'm
part is
sure
second.
and
Yeah.
I'm sure you will always find a place in your home, you know where you
Yes,
will fit in when,
absolutely.
when it comes to recording, right? You always find a
Yes,
place.
you always find a place. It could be a small corner of your house, like just a
Right,
table
right.
and a chair. That's more than enough, as
Right.
long
Most
as
of the
you're able
time,
to convey.
yeah, right. Most
Yeah,
of the time,
as
if
long
you see,
as.
like, I have not put a background at all, right? It's all my
Yeah,
usual place where I sit, right?
yeah.
That's
So
that's the thing.
that is there. And the video editing part, there are tools like Canva that you can use. Like video editing is so simple on that. If you have a little bit of technical expertise, you can use something like Premiere Pro or Final Cut Pro. So those are
Yeah,
very intuitive tools, to be honest, like not too hard to learn. Like maximum of a half an hour of training on YouTube would make you enable enough to edit a simple video. It's not that difficult. Like yeah,
yeah,
and
yeah.
with that resources itself, you'll be able to produce a good enough quality content for your learner. That's what my experience has been so far.
Yes, I think, and also a lot of tutorials are available, and that's why we named it tutorial. So you have a lot of tutorials available on YouTube, and for using simplest tool like Canva, which anybody can use it, and you can also use Canva for other purpose, like you're making your post flyers, links, and anything. It's a very popular tool these days, and you can record a course. So coming back to testing your course, test it with your available audience, people you are already in the fraternity. People can give you feedback, how is the look and feel, and how is the learning objective coming out from your course. And then once you achieve that, you can create a full-fledged curriculum. If you're using a platform like Tutorial, it lets you use multiple file types like a PowerPoint, case studies in terms of PDF, Word doc, Excel sheets, anything, right? Even SCOM
Yeah,
packages. And you can create a whole blend course, right? Including live classrooms, right? And you can use any of your video conferencing links inside to schedule a class. And
yeah,
at the same time, suppose you can create a whole curriculum for 1 hour, 2 hour, create a certificate course. And while you are doing that, for a next level, when at the at by this time you would have already created or established your value in terms of your expertise, before your target audience. And then you can pitch them
yes,
for the next level. You can pitch them for a one-on-one, and there you take them, right?
yes,
Take them to a next level of their improvement,
yes.
or
And
solving
that
problems,
actually,
right?
That actually brings us to the second question that we have for today. Basically, like if I am an established player in the market and I'm already having a maybe an offline training program, or partly like blended kind of wherein I'm just using video conferencing platform. So what would be the challenges for me as a person who wants to step into the world of e-learning and basically adapt to the new normal? So what is your advice for us,
Yeah.
people
So
like us?
as I said, there are two kind of people in COVID. The one is which who already migrated, started Zoom sessions, and retained their establishment at that time, and they are continuing. The problem
Yeah.
with people those are already catched up with things, uh, is especially is the scalability.
Yeah.
Secondly, it's the offering. Like suppose a lot of people today put the courses on Coursera, Udemy, and all, right? Where you actually lose the copyright of your own material, right? And also dilute the pricing of the material. So the best part, how are you gonna scale? How are you gonna market your product? So for that, you need a platform like Tutorial, where you can upload your product. You can bring traffic from social media by running a paid campaigns, okay, to the particular course that you're popular for, the course that you're selling, right?
Yeah.
And you can also use the database to email market people, do some marketing stuff there, right? And at the same time, you can demand your own price, offering at your own niche, because suppose you are a trainer of emotional intelligence and you're doing emotional intelligence training for pharma industry, manufacturing industries, okay, or IT industry. Now
Yeah.
these types of courses you may not find as in on other platforms. Those are offering online courses like Simply Learn, Udemy, Grad, and all, right? You know your
Yeah.
niche. You know how communication is such a small, simple topic like communication skills differs when it comes to IT industry. How time management will differ for a manufacturing industry employees, right? You can offer your niche, create your course. It's your LMS. You can offer these courses to the industry on a per license basis and at your own cost.
Right. Right.
Suppose you have a pharma client, and pharma client has 25,000 employees, and you have created a course on emotional intelligence for which is 1 hour, a certificate course, right, which people can take along with the assessment and all. You can offer your pharma client for 100 rupees per employee. Now imagine the kind of revenue that you'd be able to make. And that's what we in our last session we spoke about, generating a 10x growth by venturing into the world of online learning, which we have not. Okay. So still, majority of people I meet and talk to are still trying to consider it, decide it
Yeah.
later, right? And that's where we're gonna, hit ourselves back later, because this is the time the world is already moving. The world has already adapted the scenario of e-learning, right?
Yeah.
Everybody that for any simple thing that you don't know, you go on Google today. You don't go to a trainer, you don't go to a mentor or coach, right? But why we are looking for people, those who offer a certain course for a particular niche, because the only difference between Google and your expertise is you are more structured. You can give something that Google cannot give, right?
Yes.
So why not let people find you on Google and learn from your expertise, which is more structured, more suited to their context of environment, and more suited to their professional growth and career. So think about it. This is the time we need to take decisions, and with subscription based platforms it is hardly a cost to you. It is
Yes.
hardly a cost to you. You're not going to buy an LMS. You're not creating an LMS for you, right? Okay. So this is actually going to cost you lesser than your Zoom subscription in a way, if you find it.
Yes.
But you need to have your own identity. An edtech platform on your name as a subdomain or completely white label solutions, which is being offered today in the market at a very, very low price, can help you create your own identity, your own course base, which you can sell it to anybody and everybody in this world. because when you are online, your reach is unlimited. You are going beyond boundaries. If you are in India, you're going anywhere. I've met a lot of
Yes.
trainers there who are not at all selling courses in India. Their whole target base is US, but they stay here, they live here, they work here, they make their course here. So the whole point is, if you want to scale, adopt a platform like Tutorial. If you want to market yourself better, adopt a platform like Tutorial, where you can target a country where you want to sell your course. And as you know, everything, every course in this world is sold. When Udemy can sell a course for 400 rupees, 449, 499, you can sell it for minimum 3,000, 5,000, 10,000, and lakhs. We have clients, those who are doing, you know, MBA schools online, launching MBA schools online for a range of 1 lakh to 2 lakh per course. And their target audience is from across the world. Malaysia, Thailand, Singapore, Dubai, and people are taking that course. So think different, go hybrid, I would say. If you are not fully comfortable for going online, create hybrid. Create a hybrid course, attract people, convert your followers, your target audience, offer your niche. People need your niche because that's how you'll be able to differentiate from anything and everything available on Google. That's what I would recommend as an edtech consultant today to you.
Right. This actually brings us to the last point that we have to discuss today is, um, once you have a course in place, so like if you have made a course, you have a platform and everything is done, set and ready. But then there's this point that I've learned that it's very important for you to create a community around your course, and that is something which a lot of people don't take into consideration, because it's just like we are not really used to the online environment, like the trainers in the community, they're not used to this environment. So this point doesn't come into their minds, like how
Right.
would it be important for us to connect the learners who are taking your courses with each other, like, right? But what is different from the offline courses and online courses is that in an offline environment you are with a group of like-minded individuals, you create your
Right.
own network. But we don't take in that point in consideration when we are making in an online course. So what would you tell us about that, like how what should be our approach towards that?
So this is actually a very big topic today. Okay,
Yeah.
uh, I may not be able to answer the whole thing in this session today, but I can tell you that uh, it's only the perspective of looking at it. When you are a trader, okay, you already have a community. You go to a lot of meetings. You go to a lot of tea meetings, what you say, right? Tea time, meeting people, get together, right? You go attend a lot of summits, you go attend a lot of programs, right? That happens uh, all across. So now everything is happening virtual as well, right? So what do you do there? You go connect with people, right? You talk to them,
Yeah. Yeah.
right? So you exchange your cards, and then you talk about who you are, and you also listen to the other person who is that person. What do they do? What is their specialty? And these were the methods you were creating followers for yourself, right? People got to know you, people follow you. So in that world, that was what we called as following someone, talking to someone. Then you go back to then you when you used to come back, or maybe right then and there, people like me, right then and there I used to find on LinkedIn and connect with them, so that I would not miss that person again. Because in a networking session, when you meet a lot of people, you might not even remember the name. But if you actually create a hook somewhere, like sending a connection request on LinkedIn, or on what you connect with them, that person also remember that, okay, I met Saurabh, so I have received a request. So that's how you connect.
Yeah.
So so in our next session, let's talk about how the same thing is happening in the virtual world. How the
Yeah.
same thing is happening on social media. How we are going to create a community around what you do, the way you were doing it earlier, and what is the difference. So let's talk about this in the next session, and let's
Yeah.
have some very very valuable insight on this, and how can you actually, you know, create a community around your course that you're building on.
Yes. So that brings us to the end of today's session. So thank you
Yeah.
so much, Saurabh, for connecting with us and like telling us more about the e-learning world,
Right.
as you say. So, um, for all those who have seen this video, please follow us on LinkedIn and on YouTube and on all other social media platforms. We are there on Instagram as well, Instagram and Facebook. Um, and if you have any questions related to your training programs, we are actually having this expert consultation for you, so basically wherein we help you to create your own course and things like that, and guide you through the process. So please connect with us over any social media platforms, and that's it for today. Thank you.
Yeah. Thank you so much, everyone. Let's catch up again. Subscribe to our YouTube channel, and we'll come up with more and more valuable insights for you, so that you can take a plunge towards, you know, where the future is for the learning. Thank you so much.
Yeah.
See you again.
Thank you. See you again, guys. Bye.